Hey there, my name's Carter Sheldon. I am a freshman here, and I'm actually from Georgia. So Raphael, when I heard Raphael Warnock got some hot water over Easter weekend, I had realized that that would be a great opportunity to look at something from critical analysis. So let's hop right into it. The article is titled "Senator Raphael Warnock deleted Easter tweet reflects religious and political chasms about Christianity." This was posted to the Washington Post religious sector on April 5th by Michelle Borstein. This is an op-ed, and yes, let's hop right into it. So this is Raphael Warnock's original tweet that got deleted. So the meaning of Easter is more transcendent than the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Whether you are a Christian or not, through a commitment to helping others, we are able to save ourselves. Now, it's important to note that this is not a theological debate. This is just a analysis of what he has to say and what the repercussions of that were in both the Christian right and the Christian left sphere. So let's hop into the quotes from both sides of the aisle. So these are the quotes from the Christian right that Miss Michelle Borsi has included in her article. She includes a quote from Ed Seltzer, a leader at Billy Graham Center. Billy Graham was a noted, that's him up in the corner up top, but Billy Graham was a noted evangelist in the mid 20th century. And he's very attached to the white evangelism movement. So attaching Ed Seltzer to the Billy Graham Center attaches Seltzer's name to the connotations that come with white evangelism. These are some more quotes from conservatives. If you can see these, it is Allie Beth Stuckley, who is a conservative podcaster, is what the article said, and Jenna Ellis, who the article actually notes here, as you will see, that Jenna Ellis was a lawyer for the Trump administration that wrongly claimed that Trump had won the election that was baseless. And actually, Ms. Borstein actually includes the word baseless to almost drag her down as well. And I think the reason I would even say drag, I hate to put words in Ms. Borstein's mouth, but the Washington Post is typically a very left-leaning publication, and conducively, Ms. Borstein is typically going to write articles that align with that agenda. Her other works involve pieces advocating for LGBT students on Christian campuses, a movement that I would think everybody would say is a very progressive issue. The shift in her article comes about the middle part, and everything up to this point is about the view of Raphael Warnock through the lens of Christian right. But after this point, the author begins to explore ideas that don't necessarily defend him theologically, but rather call to show his tweets are in line with what one would expect from a pastor in the black evan, not in the black evan, or of a man of the what the article calls. Sorry, I was away from my buddy of the black liberation theology sphere. The two major sections of the article are close to show two sides of the same Christian coin. I have a little article picture in there too. Where does the author stand? In the biography provided by the Post, Michelle Borstein grew up Jewish, so she has no implicit affinity to either the conservative Christian agenda or probably the Christian right agenda. But if you read some of her work, you would probably say that she is a champion for social justice. So when she describes Warnock, aside from the quotes that we already saw, she uses the words like passionate, and she notes his credibility because of the smearing done by Miss Ellis when she said that he was unqualified and a false teacher. She makes notes of his two master's degrees and a PhD, and she uses this to transition from the conservative smear tactics of a Raphael Warnock into an analysis on the differences between white and the black Baptist doctrine. The quotes from the Christian left come from two of the big ones come from Nicole Phillips, as director of the Black Church Studies program at Emory University, and she said he opens himself up to attack, and I think it shows not much has changed. What I think that Miss Phillips is trying to say here is that when Raphael Warnock tweets these things, he opens himself up to the same things that happened during his campaign for Senate, where that his tweets and his sermons were called into question and under a lot of scrutiny. So I think that's what Mrs. Phillips is trying to say here. And the quote is it's in line with other things said by Reverend Dr. Serene Jones. For months prior to his election, critics took Senator Warnock's sermons out of context and then framed them as outside the mainstream. But in reality, his beliefs lie squarely within the black prophetic tradition embodied most prominently by Dr. Martin Luther King. And this is the analysis. This is basically what I thought her thesis was. Upon critical analysis, the authors of the article quickly morphs a report on Senator Warnock's tweet. Um, uh, article morphs a quick report of Senator Warnock's tweet quickly morphs into a slight on white Christianity through the lens of the black evangelical movements. The author rests the crux of her conclusion upon the idea that the majority of black theology is hinged upon the need for liberation for the oppressors through Jesus. That's the point she tries to draw from her tweet based on her quotes from Doug Weeder towards the end of the article. Whether or not you agree with Warnock's works-based salvation ideas, the point Michelle Borstein is making in her article is trying to make is that the majority of conservative Christians are simply unaware of the ideas and the passions behind Senator Warnock's tweet. And that's why everybody got in a kerfuffle. And that's why it's important to look at both sides of the article when you're analyzing something that's controversial like this. Hope you have a great rest of your day, whatever you're doing. May God bless you, and roll tide.